Today, photography is at our fingertips, instant, effortless, and limitless. But imagine a world where capturing a single image required chemicals, tripods, and hours of in a dark room. That world existed until a company changed everything. Kodak didn't just make cameras, it made photography possible for everyone. This is the story of how one button reshaped how we see the world. You press the button, we do the rest. The promise that changed the world. It all began in Rochester, New York. In February 1888, George Eastman introduced something revolutionary, the Kodak camera. Photography, once reserved for chemists and professionals, suddenly became an everyday activity. The camera came preloaded with a roll of film. You took your photo, sent the camera back to Kodak, and they returned your prints along with a freshly loaded camera. It was simplicity perfected, and it started with a single button. Well, the price? $25. Not cheap by today's standards, but compared to the cost and complexity of traditional cameras, it was a game changer. You press the button, we do the rest. That slogan captured the magic, and people responded. Thousands of cameras were sold in the first month alone. Photography was no longer a skill, it was a pastime. George Eastman's vision was simple, to make photography as convenient as the pencil, and he did. But Eastman wasn't done yet. In March 1900, Kodak launched the Brownie camera, a box-shaped miracle. For the price of a few loaves of bread, anyone could own a camera, and they did. Families, school children, travelers, everyone wanted to capture their world, and Kodak sold over 10,000 Brownie cameras by the end of the first month. The company ran brilliant marketing campaigns targeting children and families. The Brownie wasn't just affordable, it was accessible. The film costed 15 cents, and development was easy, and the joy was instant. Parents noticed their children's eyes light up as they clicked the shutter. For the first time in the history, kids could create their own visual stories. Photography became a shared experience, a source of creativity, and a cherished ritual in homes across America. The Brownie revolutionized not just photography, but memory itself. We began to freeze time, not with words, but with images. For decades, photography meant black and white. But in June 1935, Kodak introduced Kodak Chrome, and the world lit up. Kodak Chrome was the first successful color film for everyday use. Its three-layer emulsion process captured vibrant, lifelike colors unlike anything we have seen before. Photographers were stunned, so were ordinary families. From summer vacations to family reunions, memories now came alive in stunning colors. National Geographic adopted Kodak Chrome, so did filmmakers and artists. Paul Simon even sang about it. Kodak Chrome wasn't just a product, it was a cultural force. It preserved the 20th century in vivid color. From the 1940s through the 1970s, Kodak reigned supreme. It became one of the most recognizable brands in the world. In the US, Kodak controlled over 80% of the camera sales and more than 90% of film sales. It sponsored Olympic Games, World Fairs, and science fairs. Its innovation shaped both professional and amateur photography. Super 8 film gave rise to home movies. Photo booths became staples at arcades and carnivals. Ads coined the term Kodak moment, a phrase that entered everyday language. At its peak, Kodak employed over 145,000 people. Its success was built not just on products, but an idea that anyone could be a photographer. Then came 1975 and the invention that could have kept Kodak on top forever. Engineer Steve Sazen built the first digital camera. It was clunky, captured only 0.01 megapixels, and stored images on a cassette tape. But it worked. He showed it to the Kodak executives. Their response? Well, laughter, curiosity, and then dismissal. Kodak feared that digital photography would cannibalize their profitable film business. They shelved the technology. As the world moved forward, Kodak stood still. In the 1990s and early 2000s, digital cameras exploded in popularity. Canon, Sony, Nikon dominated the digital market. Smartphones arrived, putting cameras into every pocket. Sharing memories became instant. Kodak tried to catch it. It launched the Easy Share line. It created photo printers, memory cards, and even partnered with Apple. But it was too little, too late. The culture had shifted. In 2011, Kodak stock fell below $1. On January 19, 2012, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The giant had fallen, not because of lack of invention, but just because of fear. But Kodak wasn't finished. After bankruptcy, it restructured, reimagined, and refocused. It launched Kodak Pharmaceuticals, using its manufacturing capacity to produce chemicals for the drug industry. It unveiled Kodak One, a blockchain platform to help photographers protect their work. And surprisingly, film made a comeback, and artists and filmmakers revived interest in analog photography. Kodak reintroduced Ektachrome, Super 8 was reborn, and new generation discovered the magic of film. Kodak's story is a mirror of innovation, triumph, and the cost of hesitation. From the first box of camera to digital sensors, from color film to blockchain, it has touched nearly every chapter in the history of photography. The company may no longer dominate the market, but its legacy lives on in every snapshot, every shared moment, every captured memory. Because in the end, it's not just about technology, it's about people, light, and time. And sometimes all it takes is press the button.